So if my parents don't know, I'm pretty sure yours don't. Hey, I'm pretty sure they don't know. So guess what that means? Not only my generation, other generations, even the baby boomers, none of them even know about this. So guess what that also means? That you all have been believing in an invisible America that don't even exist. You should have knew this day was coming. A lot of you people know in America that there's some top secret information about this country that we don't know about, right? Listen to that part closely. You know about you have pondered the thought of some information, something that's not right about this country. You've pondered it. Some information in a bunker, something like that. Well, here it is. Here it is. Here is the information that starts the revolution. See, this is what's unique about this. Listen to me closely. This is the only option you have, is to start the revolution. That's the only option you have. That's the only option you have. If you do not do this, and if you take this as a Mickey Mouse circus game, and you miss what I'm talking about and how powerful this is, this can collapse the whole brand of the government. And you don't have to use a weapon. You don't have to be a terrorist. You see how good this is? Do you see how good of a win this is? If you take this to the government, it's over. They're not even gonna want to serve in the government. It's gonna be so good, military ain't even gonna want to serve. It's gonna be so good, police ain't gonna want to serve. You are underestimating the power of this information. Yes, you are. You've not considered, hear this. You have not considered the perspective of the American community concerning this. When these everyday community Americans hear this, they're not going to want anything to do with America, because they're going to feel like, wow, I believed in an America that is not even real. That's not like this. This has been going on the whole time. Then I have believed in something that has never existed. Smart people are going to realize that. And then they're going to turn around and don't want to submit, which means that's the revolution. When you refuse to submit, that's the revolution. And this is particularly a perfect information for this community to not submit to a government that is marrying children in 44 states. This is the perfect information. This is the information to start the revolution. See, I couldn't keep saying it. Maybe the Spirit didn't keep me saying it over and over again. But this is the information. This is what this is all about. And this is your last chance, America. Because you have wronged me. You're around me playing games right now. And this is your last chance. This is your only chance. If you don't take this information specifically, not no Donald Trump information, not no inflation information, not no economy information, not even retributions for slavery information. If you don't take this information and bring it to the community and bring it to the government and bring it to the military and the police, if you don't do this, it's over. This is your last chance. And if you don't do it, it's over. So basically, here's what's going to happen. If you don't get rid of this government, you're not going to keep this country. They've went too far. It's time for it to go. So how much longer are we supposed to go through this? How much longer do we supposed to sit around and rub our chins and scratch our heads and cross our arms because we're offended. How much longer are we supposed to go through this when as far as changing this country? I mean, black people, you got the most powerful street knowledge and like, how can you not see that they jerking you? They're not going to change. They're not. Look, they got trillions. They sending millions of dollars to Ukraine, bruh. They sending trillions of dollars to Ukraine out of nowhere. They wasn't prepared for this war. They wasn't prepared for this. But yet they sending money. That's money. They sending that over there. But they ain't helping you. They not helping you though. So what does that tell you? They don't feel like you in an emergency crisis like Ukraine. Boom. Well, they feel the need to help them ASAP. Why don't feel the need to help you ASAP? Why don't they feel the need to help you when your children being shot down in the community? Why do they not? You losing kids? They talking about children building hospital blowed up, right? Over there in Ukraine. They crying about that, right? But they not crying about how many kids you lose all across the country every month, every year. So they don't see you as the black community in a crisis, and you are in a crisis. Let's look at it from a war standpoint, literally. You got shootings all the time. Let's look at it as a war zone. You got shootings all the time. You got shootings all the time. You got killings all the time. You got kids being shot all the time. You're in a war zone. You call it hip hop, I call it a war zone. You call it thug life, I call it a war zone. You call it thug life, I call it a crisis. And you have not been esteemed as the such by your government. They done got used to it. They letting you die. They're not putting any funds to break up that foolishness. Let's keep it 100. We can love each other all day. We can love hip hop all day. We can even love thug life all day. But at the end of the day, man, when kids are being killed like this ghetto stuff got to get broken up. It got to get broken up. That means it's got to be separations to the point where people are not together. That's got to get all broken up. All these they got to get shuffled around. Because it's not, look, if you got concentrate evil like that, I'm just calling it for what it is. You got concentrate evil like that, constantly, consistently, for years and decades, generations of it, over and over again, gang banging, killing. How you think you gonna just stop that with a speech? How you gonna stop it? With a speech? With a Joe Biden type of character? If Obama couldn't do it, who else gonna do it? Well, Obama couldn't stop black on black crime, could he? Everybody celebrated, had some liquor a little bit. Had some liquor a little bit, but then what else? Back to gang banging and killing. If that should have showed you something right there. If Obama could not stop it, how's it going? Who gonna stop it? As far as the leadership people. And like I told you, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna run into a character that has no regards for your community, a cold-blooded Republican that is just hardcore, and they're gonna put y'all on martial law. That's what they're gonna do. They already done started it. When we was having all these riots, they were conditioning. I ain't gonna say they were conditioning, but it was a type of conditioning. People were getting used to the idea of being under curfews. And you don't think they're gonna bring that back? And things are getting worse, and people are getting crazier. The next problem is gonna be curfews. Taking your liberties, putting you under curfews. And that's just gonna drive people crazy. So then you're gonna get rebels on the streets that are not under curfew, and that's when you're gonna get the rebel community. People that's just out there, they don't care. They don't care what people say. They don't care about no curfews, and they ready to kill, shoot, and kill on sight because they already know they out of pocket. So they ready to shoot and kill on sight. Think about it. You don't think ahead. So there's going to come some cold-hearted Republican that has no regards for the black community. That's what you're leading to. You never got the person you needed because you let them play you and jerk you. Now, but what's going to happen now, you're going to get the person you don't need. The worst. You think Donald Trump was something. He's going to look like a Boy Scout to the person that's coming. He's going to look like a Boy Scout because somebody's coming. They ain't going to have no compassion. And you know, let's be 100. You know you're in the wrong. You know, you got the gang banging, you got the killing, the kids being killed, all this stuff. You know you're in the wrong, right? You know you're in the wrong. That's a fact, okay? So, that being said, there's going to become somebody along they're going to look at the wrong you're doing. They're going to look at that and they just going to iron rod the situation. They just going to be a dictator over the situation. And what can you say? Because it's so much killing. It's so much killing. So it's just like, so you're going to have someone that's just a Republican. I feel a Republican that's just going to come in. They're going to have no regards for the foolishness that's going on. Right now, you have a grace period with people like Joe Biden. I'm not saying I agree with him, but he's not giving you what you should get. With all this killing that's going on out here, man, it's an emergency crisis. It's an emergency crisis right now. And you got, as a community, the whole American community, you've gotten so desensitized towards it that you don't even see it's a crisis. You don't see that. It's a crisis. I mean, how much badder it got to get? Kids being killed, superstars, Nipsey Hussle being killed, all these people being killed, all these rappers being killed. I mean, over the years and decades, how much do you need to see for you to see it's a crisis? And like I said, man, they tried to pull me into that. They tried to pull me into that foolishness out there, and God stepped in and smashed on the streets. Because like I told you, man, and I'm going to tell you again, for you little street guys and you little thugs out there, I'm in the kingdom of God, bro. And if you got an eye that the white man has made you have, if you got eyes like the white man has given you, to where you think I'm subject to you and you own me because I'm black, just because you black and you know me and you own me and you familiar with me, I'm sorry, man. I'm not subject to that. I'm not, in other words, I'm a fully grown African man that's not subject to your way of doing things. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. Me and you are literally in two different worlds. You're in the streets. I'm in the kingdom of God. I've always been. If you listen, you go talk to anybody. When I was comfortable, when I was doing good, when I'm eating, when I'm drinking, sexing, whatever I'm doing, I still sound like somebody in the kingdom of God. I never stopped that. Never. And you took that for granted. And so now you think these hood politics that got these other people scared, they got these other people, they subject to it. Man, please don't get your family and friends killed out here playing with the kingdom of God. Okay? You see these other preachers get shot and killed, that's them. No disrespect, but that's them. If you need to pay attention to what happens when people play with me. Destruction happens. That's what happens. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no king. I don't want to hear nothing. If you ain't got no money, don't come here. Don't be around me. Don't listen to me. If you ain't got no money, I'm a grown man. Get away from me. As simple as that. That's just like a real man tell you. And if you don't, I'm going to curse you. I'm going to curse you for real, spiritually. And you won't make it. You will have misfortune and you would die prematurely. Playtime is over, bro. Playtime is over. Recess is over. You around here politicking and around my life, and that's the street life. That's not the kingdom of God life. Then you're playing with the kingdom of God with hood politics because you feel like the whole, and here's the punchline. Listen to this closely, guys. They feel like the whole world is subject to that because the culture is connected to it. Because the American culture is connected to the hood politics, and all these celebrities, these white celebrities want to be down with the hood politics and all that. You think that got some kind of authority over here because rich people be wanting to be a part of that. So therefore, it has come up to the highest levels of society. So you think that rules over me. You think hood politics rules over me because now you got rich people involved in it. In other words, you got rich people involved in it. So you think that involves me, bruh. I'm not subject to that. I don't care how many rich people in it. It's just like the government. That's just another government to me. In other words, hood politics has become a ghetto government. And just like any government, most of them these days, it ain't no good. And you think you control everybody. You think you own everybody. It's the same thing. Hood politics ain't nothing but a black government. To me. And I'm not subject to your government. Just like I'm not subject to the American government. And if you don't learn this lesson soon, it ain't going to be nobody here. I'm that powerful of a prophet. Now, if it's my baby face or it's my 11 different ethnicities that got you feeling I'm goofy or something, then you're going to wake up to an America that don't exist anymore. You're going to wake up and there ain't nothing here. And that's up to you. That's up to you. That's absolutely up to you. But realize with your decisions, whatever one you make, I'm not subject to you, man. And I want you to know that I know that. Now, whatever decisions you make, they're going to bring good outcomes or bad outcomes. But I want you to know that I know that I'm not subject to that. I'm not. Because in all actuality, you slipping. Well, you got gangbanging at an all-time high where kids are being killed. So how you going to check me? That's my thoughts. That's my feelings. Yeah, you want to ignore it, but I don't. You want to ignore it. You want to sidestep it and be biased about it, but I don't. That's the difference. I'm not getting paid to be biased. I'm not getting paid to sidestep that. That's the best man. The best man to share his opinion and the truth is a poor man because he don't got nobody to be biased to. I don't have nobody to be biased to. I don't have nobody to tap dance for, coon for, none of that. That's the best man. That's the best person to tell you truly everything how it really is. It's somebody that's poor. You listen to somebody rich, they biased. They got too many people they connected to. These rich black people ain't gonna tell you nothing about white people. You know why? Because they're getting money from them. So they might say a little bit. They might try to tell you how to get up on your feet, but they ain't gonna tell you how white races still reign and rule in America. They ain't gonna tell you that part. They'll tell you how to get up on your feet, though. That's their way. Oh yeah, they'll tell you about success, but they won't tell you that success is not the only thing that you need to make it in America. Well, if you're black and successful, you're still subject to racist white people. You're still subject to racism. So then you have to address racism. And that's what black, rich Americans don't do. They don't address it. And the reason why is because they're too biased. They're biased towards white people. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They got too many white friends to talk about it. They white friends gonna call them and say, "What was that? What were you talking about?" Some of them would call just like that. Man, they might not say it like that. Man, your message had me depressed. Your interview had me depressed. And they may not even say because of what you said or necessarily towards you, but because of the reality of what you said. Your message got me depressed. And see, so that explains why you don't hear any of these black people talk about anything. They got money. You ever thought about it? You ever thought about it? Why they don't say nothing? I mean, come on. Something now? You don't say nothing, bro? You don't say nothing. Wow. That means you are biased. Because it's all around. It's everywhere. And look at these guys for who they are. A lot of these guys talking about keeping it 100, they come from the streets and all of this, that, and the third, right? You would think they would be very vocal about all this foolishness out here. You would think they would be very vocal about all this craziness out here. With these, just along with racism and right and all of that. But they got too many connections to be real. That's why people like me, that's who you listen to, man. Because like I'm not getting no money from these people. I'm not biased towards anybody. They ain't nobody influencing me to be biased. You know what I'm saying? Like, these other guys out here. Listen, I would never be the mad rapper. Because guess what? I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm not an aspiring rapper. I know my position. In actuality, I was a Christian way before I really got serious about my rap, my music. So why would God have me go into the belly of the beast? Now, you got some gospel rap people that feel that they can do that, and that's great for them. But God wouldn't send me into that. You know what I'm saying? God wouldn't send me into that. So I wasn't supposed to make it anyway. Now, I accept that. Can you? This is what I'm supposed to be doing now. This is what I'm really supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because my ancestors were done dirty by this country. My ancestors that's the bottom line. And you don't think a person like me gonna rise up? Come on, man. It's unreasonable to even think that they gonna have it good after all this stuff they did. And see you, and here you are being biased towards them. I mean, you can say it's a new day. It's a new day for you. It's a new day for you. It ain't a new day for us. It ain't no new day for me. It ain't a new day for these people getting their kids shot down. It ain't a new day for them, bruh. And that's what you need to consider.